Hey guys and gals, I want to tell you something that I guarantee will make you a better fisherman. Guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. And it's about decision making. You know, decision making is the most important thing in fishing. It's a thinking man's game, a thinking woman's game. And it's all about making the right decisions. And really, if you will think about it, we make thousands and thousands of decisions every day when we're out there bass fishing. How do you make the right decision in the right place at the right time every time when you're out there? How do you figure it out when you go to a lake that maybe you don't fish very often or you've never seen before in your life? Oh, I don't know if there's a fish or a bush. Lots of trees right here. But let me tell you, there's only 4 criteria that you need to think about to make your decisions. And these criteria are so important that I think you ought to write them down on the top of your tackle box, just to keep reminding you when you're out there fishing. I know none of you will do that, but that's how important these criteria are. First criteria, the type of lake that you're fishing. Are you fishing a river, a lake, a stream, a man-made lake, a shallow lake, a mountain-type lake, a God-made lake, like we fish down in Florida all the time, you know, just natural lakes. Fishing a pond or a tank, as they call it down in Texas. The type of lake that you're fishing, that's one criteria. The second criteria is, what is the water doing at the time that you're fishing it? Water is always doing something. It's getting muddier, it's getting clearer, it's rising, it's lowering, it's getting warmer, it's getting colder. Right now, this time of the year, the water is warming up, slowly warming up. Now it drops back down colder early in the morning because we have cold nights still. So you think about that in making your decision. And what the water is doing. The other thing you want to think about is the time of the year. What time of the year are you fishing? You're not going to fish the same places in March as you fish in July. So think about the time of the year you're fishing. That's one of the third things you need to write down in your tackle box. The last thing is the weather. What's the weather doing? We're out here today, it's cloudy. It was clear when we started, so we've had a weather change. The weather's changing all the time, obviously. So those 4 criteria are the things you need to think about when making decisions in fishing. Now, how do you make that work for you? How do you make that decision-making process work for you? Have you ever been out there and you fished for a couple, 2 or 3 hours and you never got a bite? Of course you haven't. You've always caught a bite. You had a fish the first couple hours, hadn't you? But, you know, so you think, you know, I got to do something different. I got to do something different. Even if it's wrong, I've got to try something different. Well, that's a key decision right there. So how do you make that decision? Well, look down at your tackle box. If you've got those 4 criteria written down there, think about what you know about the type of lake you're fishing, the time of the year you're fishing, what the water is doing, and what the weather is doing. And if you'll do that, think about all 4, not just 1, not just 2, but all 4, you'll automatically make better decisions. And let me tell you, you will absolutely amaze yourself when you start using this simple principle to make your decisions out there in fishing. You will think, well, and it doesn't matter if you know a lot about fishing, if you've been fishing tournaments for over 50 years like I have, or if you just started, you're a weekend fisherman, you'll automatically make better decisions if you think about those 4 criteria while you're out there bass fishing, automatically, and you will surprise and amaze yourself. Just like I said, you will, you know, you'll think about some things, you'll go try something, maybe it's a different lure, maybe it's a different color, maybe it's a different location, maybe it's a different line size, but just from using those 4 criteria, you'll make some changes that will automatically make you a better bass fisherman. Yes. Thank you guys and gals for watching us on YouTube. We're going to be doing lots and lots and lots of YouTube stuff this year, having a lot of fun. We want to bring you along on every fishing trip with us. So if you enjoyed this, if you like it, tell your friends. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be getting all of the great stuff that we do, and a lot of stuff that ain't so cool.